Hi, I'm Jordan, and this is my dad Jim, the Grumpy Plumber. Today we're going to talk about what is the best toilet to buy. And stay tuned because we give you the best brand of toilet you can buy out on the market. Hi, I'm Jordan. I started the Grumpy Plumber because I'm lucky enough to have a dad who's an amazing plumber. He's been a plumber for 48 years. And since I bought my house 5 years ago, he has saved us tens of thousands of dollars with his experience and his advice. So we started this channel to help people out with some great plumbing advice. And for those who really care about credentials, he's been a master plumber in Michigan, and he's also a C36 plumbing contractor in California. 48 years of plumbing, he knows something. It also makes him a little bit grumpy when he's sharing advice. Don't piss him off. So Dad, what is the best toilet to buy out there on the market from a plumber?
Well, everybody's got their own opinion, you know. We always used to, years ago when we went from a 5-gallon flush to a 3-gallon flush, we couldn't flush the toilets, okay? They wouldn't flush. Everybody complained. Then they went to 1.5 gallons. Now they're down to 1.2, I think is what it is. So, and a lot of them, the cheaper the toilet, usually harder it's going to be to flush it, okay? Keep that in mind. You go to the hardware store and they got some name brand that you have never heard about, or it's, it doesn't really matter because it's probably made by one of the 3 big ones, either American Standard, Kohler, or Toto.
Like a Home Depot toilet? Is that what you mean?
Home Depot, yeah. They
have their own name on the toilet?
Yeah, they kind of use what they call Glacier Bay or something like that. Those are Kohler toilets, okay? It's just like water heaters. There are only 3 manufacturers of water heaters in the country. Even though they might say GE, they might say Kohler, they might say Ace, whatever it is, there's only 3 manufacturers of those things. About the same thing in Kohler, because it takes a lot to make a toilet. Okay, so they have things made, and they'll cheapen things, or they'll think that's better. But usually my philosophy is the best flushing toilet years ago was a 2-piece toilet. When we say 2-piece, I mean there's a bowl, and on the top of it is attached a tank. Okay, the tank toilet is one that, and how a toilet works is pretty much like a water tower. A water tower is used to make the pressure in your house. Well, when the toilet tank is higher, that means there's more pressure to push the water through and cause the water to go, the waste to go out on it. So, that's how it works. And nowadays, you're flushing on less water. Okay, I always recommend, and of course you're gonna use as much water because you're gonna want to get rid of that waste on it. So you could flush the solids first, then flush the paper. A lot of times it's not the solids that plugs the toilet; it's the paper that plugs it. So, but I'm a real lover of Toto. When they first came to the United States, they came here with a cheap toilet, and they could outdo any toilet that the United States made. Okay.
So it's cheaper than the American brands?
It was at that time, and it worked a lot better. Well, then they brought their whole product over here. They make excellent products. They make faucets. They make everything they make is very, very good. Okay. Kohler's another one. They're good. Now they're flushing much better now. American Standard is used to be the top of the line. Now it's the 3rd bottom, I think. American Standard will probably send me a nasty email, but I don't care. On it, but yeah, so really it depends. You don't want to go cheap, I mean, if I had a rental, which I had years ago, I didn't put cheap toilets in rentals because they'd be calling me all the time to fix them. So, but the big thing is don't use a lot of toilet paper on them, but brand wise you can get all kinds of, you can go on Toto and you can buy another thing is, but another thing now is a hot item is what they call ADA, which is a higher toilet. And honestly, they've gone up about from, I think, 16 inches to 17.5 inches. And you'd be surprised. Little kids might not like them, but you're going to like them after a while, because when you go from using a high toilet to a low toilet, you're going to really notice it. When they first came out with the ADA height, it was too high.
I think it's like ADA's Disabilities Act, so it helps people with wheelchairs, but even if you're not disabled, it's excellent because your feet might be dangling a little bit, but it's a very comfortable sitting position.
Very comfortable on it, and getting up is another thing with it, especially. And they're coming. It's like everybody wants that now on a toilet. So. And they tend to might flush better because the toilet's higher, things work differently. But yeah, but Toto's very good. I mean, they start maybe off at retail of maybe $400 to $500, but you can, if you really want to get a nice one, they can get as much as I think $5,000. But that includes a fancy toilet seat that it's called a washless toilet seat. But you can buy those separate and have them installed onto your toilet, which is a very nice feature.
Where do you buy Totos at?
You can buy Totos. We bought them at Lowe's here when we just did the last job. I buy them from my wholesaler when I want them, but I was not near him or in the place, so I got them from my wholesaler. Or a lot of wholesalers have them.
A regular person could go off the street.
Yeah, they're opening up wholesalers to people.
Okay.
Years ago they didn't. Now there's becoming so many people that wants to do it themselves.
But like you mentioned, Lowe's stocks them. There's a Lowe's almost everywhere.
Yeah, Lowe's everywhere. Home Depot is big on Kohler. Lowe's is at or Kohler's at Lowe's too. So yeah, Kohler's out there. American Standard's out there. But my opinion, which I don't care what you think about it, but I like Toto.
So how long would you expect a toilet to last for if you bought like a top of line like a Toto?
Well, the big thing is it should last forever. It should outlive you. It's just a porcelain thing. If you don't break it, nothing's going to happen. If you keep it clean, the older toilets have these ports up underneath the rim. They must be cleaned out on it, where a lot of people don't like to do. But clean your toilet, then it's cleaned. Okay. Wash your hands when you're done with that. But
so it should last longer than your house or you live in there and stuff like that.
And people change toilets only because of styles.
How about the internal parts in the tank where you get like a running toilet?
Oh, they could last. They could last a year, or they could last 10 years.
Okay.
There's no. It depends on if you happen to get a little piece of sediment come through and
block up the valve, the flapper.
Flapper, or not the flapper. The flapper will warp. Is what it does. It sits in the water. It's like you get a little wrinkly if you stay in the bathtub too long. Same thing. They're always in there.
Okay.
But they should last. I mean, the elongated, higher toilet, can stay in style for a long time. Color-wise, you don't know what the colors. Now white is a hot item back again. I could be wrong. They can be coming back with the old purple and the blacks and stuff like they had back in the 20s when the toilet first came out. So.
Okay, so the best toilet you can get is a Toto toilet, and then Kohler American Standard. Thanks a lot, Dad. If you have any questions for the Grumpy Plumber, leave them in the comments below. Hit subscribe if you like this. We got a lot more videos coming your way.
And I hope you liked it, and so push the I like button. If you don't, listen to your neighbor.